Hello, San Diego.
We're not in San Diego.
Well, San Diego could be listening.
It's true. So could Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan, welcome.
And Botswana.
And Raleigh, North Carolina.
And Lafayette, Indiana.
And everywhere else you listen and watch Misty and Ike. Welcome to Season 2. Hello, Season 2, Misty.
Hello, Season 2, Ike.
If
you look nice.
Oh, thank you. You look fantastic.
It seems like you lost some hair on the back.
Oh, yeah. Now with less mullet. I'm going to show it in my single cam.
Look at that. Look at that. All cut up. Thanks, Leanne.
I cut it off just for you guys. Mm-hmm. Let's see what your single cam looks like.
Looks like me.
Oh, hey, there she is.
Oh, hey.
So, Season 2, upgrades, new studio.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic new sign. Thank you, Tony Pizza. And
Beautiful.
New wallpaper. Thank you, Misty
Yep.
Roberts.
New frame.
And
new desks.
New desk. Yeah, we stole these from Nagatomi Towers.
We built all of this.
We built this city.
All rock and roll.
We figured 200 episodes in the old studio was not enough. And
so we needed to do 200 more.
Yes.
In a new space.
In a new studio.
Studio.
And I think the next 200 episodes, I'm just going to keep just tapping these.
I printed those papers off just so that you could do that.
And officially, I am...
It's very like Dan Rather of you.
It is. Thank you, Dan.
I like it.
Misty Dan. Misty Dawn.
You know what? When I was little, my grandpa called me Misty D.
Oh, man, I wish you hadn't told me that.
Oh, Lord.
Misty D!
Oh,
Misty D. Here's a shot of Misty D. Misty D. Misty D.
It was much more grandpa-like. It was Misty D when I was in trouble.
Misty D, you get on in here and have supper.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Well, today, in, the theme of what we do,
yep,
it's National Paranormal Day.
Ooh.
I know, spooky.
Spooky.
I want to show everybody something really quick. Okay. I think that this is the best ghost picture of all time.
On the screen?
Ever.
Ready?
Yep.
Boom. Oh! Wow.
He's not scary, is he?
I wasn't ready for that.
Him's just a dog wearing a sheet like a ghost.
Boo.
Boo.
Bark.
Yep. I just wanted to talk that up. Like, I'm going to show you a scary picture of ghosts.
I think the audio listeners are really frightened.
I bet they are. So when I realized it was National Paranormal Day, I wanted to figure out some things. And I realized I have an impression of paranormal from like all the TV shows, like the X-Files and Paranormal Activity, the movies.
Paranormal Activity.
Right.
Yep.
But I found out that paranormal, it encompasses a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah. All kinds of stuff.
Basically, all that paranormal means is that it's anything that can't be explained by science.
I have some examples.
Oh, on your notes?
Yes, that I've pre-prepared all by myself.
Tell me what some examples are.
Some examples of paranormal activity could include, but are not limited to, UFOs.
Right, because we can't explain those.
Aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Ghost, but also mediums. Mm-hmm. Psychics. Mm-hmm. I don't know what this word means. Levitators. And tarot readers.
So levitators are people that can levitate people up into the air with their hands.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Is that real?
Well, I mean, let's levitate our desks.
No, they're very fragile.
You're right. IKEA hacks.
IKEAhacks.com.
That's a lot of the thing about paranormal.
Wrong camera.
Is that...
Picking my nose on the single cam. I was like, I'll just throw it to Misty so I can pick my nose. And I'm not going to edit that out. Sorry.
It's okay. You don't have to. So that's part of the thing about paranormal is the skeptics.
Yes, I'm a skeptic.
I pulled up a bunch of stats because I know you love stats. So I'm going to let you go through and you want to tell us some of these stats?
Okay.
It's pretty cool, actually.
So, stats. Here's a stat.
Yeah.
Let's ping pong stats.
Okay.
Says here, according to my singular research that I did all by myself, that out of 100 people polled, are all these stats in reference to that?
Yes.
Okay. Out of 100 people polled, 4 out of 5 people believe in ghosts.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a lot more than I would expect.
I think if we got 20 of our friends together, I don't think 16 of them would be believing in ghosts.
You know what's really funny, though, is that I do have a lot of friends that actually have some pretty crazy ghost stories. But I think that also is telling because there's some stats later on about men versus women and their beliefs. And I think that that'll explain it.
Well, let's do that.
Yeah.
That means 80% of people believe in ghosts.
Well, this is just a sampling.
Well, out of 100,
Remember that.
100 people. What if they went to what if the poll was taken in the world's foremost paranormal activity city?
Right.
Like
of course.
Portland.
Right.
I don't know why I pulled Portland.
Or Sedona.
Sedona.
Or Roswell.
Oh.
Or, places like that they believe in the metaphysical.
This poll was taken in Roswell. I just decided. What's the next fact?
So 45 people believe in ghosts even though they've never seen one.
Okay.
So 45% of those 100 people say they've never seen one but still believe in it. So that means that the other people that believe in it have seen them.
Okay, here's what I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I believe in ghosts, but I haven't seen one.
Okay, so you're one of those people.
I'm still a skeptic about other things.
Right.
But I think at some point in my life, I'm going to see a ghost.
I think you probably will.
I think I have.
Probably.
I think I wanted to see one at Keith's old farmhouse in North Carolina.
Ooh, I bet.
Because he said he would see this lady in a blue gown going through his house.
Well, 90% of these 100 people that were polled are scared of at least one kind of phenomenon. Whether that's ghosts or aliens or UFOs, they're scared of at least one thing.
Okay, yeah, I'm into that.
Which is fair.
Yep. I'm into this other next stat here.
Okay.
15% of these 100 people have watched some kind of paranormal reality TV.
Right, like Ghost Hunters or... Yeah. I love those shows. I think they're
the
so
ones
great.
that they do in the prisons.
Those are creepy.
Yeah, that's a full nope.
That is, no. I will agree.
Nope.
From me, that's a full nope.
I still watch
And
it.
I mean, I'm a person who's gone to New Orleans and been involved in a seance and crazy stuff. And I can't even watch those. I'm like, no.
Those, I'm scared of them, but I watch them.
Well, it's because I think it's primarily because those people they're in prison because they did something bad. So it's kind of based in evil already. So then when you think about their ghosts, you're like, well, fuck, you give them all these abilities to do ghost stuff too when they're already evil?
Well, they did something wrong to get into prison.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Right.
And then other bad things happen while you're in prison.
Which make you maybe even meaner.
But those challenges where they're like, hey, you're going to spend the night in this cell that 95 people died in. But I don't know if it would be because I'm scared of the ghosts or if I'm scared of the creepy rats and spiders and snakes and stuff.
Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I mean, well, 10% of these 100 people admit to experiencing some kind of paranormal activity.
Okay.
So that's interesting.
Do you think that that's the 10% that are not scared of at least one of the phenomena? Or those aren't mutually exclusive?
I don't think so.
Okay. Are we going to put these stats on the screen?
Nah.
Good. Because you're right. I am not going to do that.
Nope.
4% of people say that their house is haunted. I keep scratching my nose when it's on my camera. Sorry, folks.
Can I tell you a really quick haunty story?
Yeah, please.
Okay. If she's watching, my friend, Stacia, please forgive me if I don't tell this story correctly.
I was going to say, if the thing that haunted you is watching?
Oh, no.
Okay.
So my girlfriend, when I was in college, she lived with her family in this old Victorian house. There was a woman that had lived there before them that had passed away. She had a heart attack, I believe, in the upstairs bathroom. And
what's scarier, the heart attack or the heart attack in the bathroom?
Well, I mean, everybody dies. And people die in
Everybody
homes.
dies. Okay.
So, Stacia, that was her bathroom. And so every day when she would leave for school to come to college with me, she would open the windows. There was a little window with some shades, and she would open the curtains before she would leave.
To let the ghosts out.
And when she would come home for lunch, the curtains were... Or no, she would close the curtains. And when she would come home for lunch, the curtains were open.
Let's call her on the phone.
She's at work right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I mean, it was never anything like... I remember sleeping on their couch downstairs a few times, and I'd wake up in the middle of the night and feel like there was somebody on the stairwell, and then I would just close my eyes and go back to sleep real quickly.
Nope.
So yeah.
Nope.
Haunted houses. But the woman, I mean, it wasn't like a scary spirit. It never did anything bad or hurt anybody.
Well,
they just like coexisted in this home because she lived there before.
But it's
her house.
The fact that it could escalate though, like
if
it starts with curtains,
right?
And that's you don't
she
pick up on that
just wanted the curtains
sign.
open. She wanted to see outside.
But if you're not receiving the message of the curtains, I don't know what that means. Then what's next? Do they start slamming dishes around?
I mean, it kind of. My understanding of spirits like that is that it's based upon that they have something left that is unfinished.
Right.
So it kind of depends. I mean, maybe that woman just really, really loved her home. And she just didn't want to leave. She wasn't finished with her house yet, which doesn't necessarily mean...
Maybe she hated those curtains.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that, like, she's out to, like, do something awful or hurt anybody. It just means that she's not ready to go yet. Like I said, they lived there for a really long time and, like, nothing bad ever happened. So it was kind of like they just coexisted.
All right.
They accepted the idea that she was there.
Personal poll.
Okay.
Are you more scared of female ghosts or male ghosts?
Female ghost.
I don't think
females are
aren't
vengeful.
they all aren't they almost all female ghosts? You ever see a man ghost?
Yeah. The seance that I did in New Orleans, that involved a man ghost. But he was nice.
Man ghost.
Man ghost. But women are vengeful.
Yeah.
Women are very, like, they want revenge. You should know.
Yeah. Shout out to nobody in particular. Well, speaking of men and women.
Yes.
Here's some stats on men and women and their skepticism stabilities.
Right.
Stabilities. Easy for me to say. Men are more skeptical. Skeptical. I can't. There's nowhere to yell on this set. I can't yell down the hallway anymore.
You can't.
I can yell at the producer. Hey, bring us some more skepticism in here. Okay, men are more skeptical. 29% have seen a ghost, and 38% of women
have seen a ghost. So
if I I just need to talk to my segment producer about who wrote this.
I wrote it. Sorry about that.
You know what we should do at the end of the episode is just...
We should.
Chuck
it. Yep.
Tomorrow's episode's going to be a banger, actually.
It is.
I just saw it. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
What's this stuff under it? 22% of men don't believe.
Yeah, they just don't believe in any of these...
None of them.
Paranormal phenomenon at all. And 18% of women don't believe. So that means there's more women that are less skeptical and do believe, and less men. Men are more skeptical. So when you said, if I brought in 20 of my friends, this means 16 of them, and you were like, I don't think so. Most of your friends are dudes, and most of mine are women.
Right.
So traditionally in these numbers, we're a little bit more apt to be less skeptical of it.
And the thing that I found interesting was there's some of these things. So again, UFOs, aliens, Bigfoot, ghosts, but also mediums, psychics, levitators, and tarot readers. Yeah. I want to believe in UFOs and aliens.
Totally.
I'm not scared of them.
We'd be really arrogant to think we're alone.
In a quadrillion, trillion stars with a billion, jatrillion.
Right.
Those are stats, facts. We got facts, stacks?
Batrillion, gajillion.
I don't know if you guys know this, but...
That's the same as a metric fuck ton, in case you were wondering.
Or an ass load. I don't know if you know this, but Misty actually works at NASA. She brought these facts in.
I got a job in NASA. You should watch the episode if you want to see my interview.
Not that this is anything to do with the audio listeners, but I kind of like the wide two-shot, and I don't really... the switching is fine, but like...
It's fine.
If two of our cameras got stolen, it would be okay.
It would not. You would lose your mind.
Well, it'd be a problem for other shows, but not this show. What's this James Randi Educational Foundation stuff?
So this is super cool.
Okay.
James Randi was a magician. Now, magicians obviously, a lot of people would lump them into this, but they're not. That's not paranormal. Those things are sleight of hand and actual
But can we agree, magicians equally creepy?
Yes.
Okay.
And clowns, but those are...
And children clowns.
Oh, no.
Or magicians and clowns that perform for children.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Yeah, moving right along.
Anyways, so James Randi was a magician, but he started a foundation based upon the skepticism of the paranormal and using critical thinking to combat believing in paranormal things.
Oh, so he was like the first, I don't want to say Ghostbuster, but...
Kind of.
Yeah.
He basically was just like, I can debunk any story that you give me through a scientific set of tools. So, this is crazy.
Okay.
He offered $1 million. Well, okay, the whole thing started out less than that. It started out at like $10,000, and then it moved up to $100,000, and then one of his friends contributed a bunch of money, and he offered $1 million to anyone who could demonstrate supernatural or paranormal activity, but it had to be under an agreed-upon scientific testing criteria. Only 1,000 people applied, and not a single person was successful. He was able to debunk every single supernatural or paranormal story or experience with a scientific set of criteria.
What year was this? Do you know?
I do. Hold
Caught
on.
you slipping. I could have Googled it while you were talking, but I haven't touched my computer this whole episode because our new segment producer provided me with all the facts that I need.
He started it in 1996.
Oh, is that on the screen?
And then it closed down in 2015.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like 1814 or something.
No, this
96.
is recent.
Wow.
It was called the $1 million Paranormal Challenge.
Did you have to pay to apply?
No.
Because if that dude got like 1,000 people to give him $1, he would have $1,000.
It's true. So it was funded through contributions, grants, and conferences. And he was able to debunk everything.
The everything debunker.
Yeah. So
well, to wrap it up, because we're a little over.
How do you want to celebrate today?
I want to celebrate by doing a podcast with my friend Misty about paranormal activity.
Okay, we did that.
Oh.
I am going to go home, and I think I'm going to have a marathon of the Paranormal Activity movies.
Ooh, you know what? I'm going to watch the X-Files movie.
All right.
So that's not scary.
It's not, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
David Duchovny.
Duke
Be still
Duchovny.
my
When are we going to
beating
do a
heart.
David Duchovny episode?
We should. We should.
You want to give him a little teaser about what's coming up this week?
Well, it's the week of May the 4th.
May the 4th
be with you. Which then is followed by the 5th, which is the 5th of May,
Cinco
which is
de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
And then got a little bit of a birthday boy on Thursday.
That's right.
The original G.
GC.
And Friday, you have really got me into these documentaries about art heists. So we're going to talk about some really famous art heists.
Well,
yeah, full week. It's going to be fun.
It is a full week. So to wrap it up, I need to look in the camera. This is new for me. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think about the new set and my famous, amazing new photography here of myself. And this person is also in the room.
Hello.
And here's our wide two-shot. Audio people, thanks for bearing with us as we describe our new set, which we didn't do. We just showed it to you.
You can get on the internet and look it up, though, and see pictures.
You can. There's pictures on the grams.
It's on the grams, on the Facebooks, on all kinds of things.
Leave us a comment. Tell us about your favorite paranormal activity, what you're scared of, and how much you like our new set. Since it's Monday, episode 201.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.